We are discussing House Bill 1136 with Emil Ekiyor, CEO of InnoPower, about its potential impact on Indianapolis public schools and possible paths forward for that. As always, we do welcome in Wish TV contributor Emil Ekiyor. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Dakar.
Let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start with the basics. House Bill 1136 would effectively dissolve IPS because 61% of students within its boundaries attend other schools. What's your initial intake on that approach?
Well, you know, the bill addresses some serious challenges, right? This challenge didn't just show up today. I've been in the city for 20 years, and I've seen so much, right? But we still have to understand this, that IPS does serve 33,000 students, right? 21,000 in district managed schools, and this aren't just numbers, right? This is just not 33,000, that's just a number. These are people. These are families, right? That we have to educate, we have to prepare to go compete for good paying jobs. So this is a very, very serious issue, and the decisions we make today and how we handle this thing is going to be crucial for the future of our city.
You've worked extensively in community development. What do you think the first step should be toward addressing the situation?
So again, like I said, I've been here for 20 years and I've seen a lot. I've seen community schools, I've seen magnet schools, I've seen alternative schools, I've seen innovation schools. I've seen a lot of these things come, but sometimes we miss the boat because in concept and in theory, some of these ideas are great, but it doesn't mean anything if there's no energy on the ground. If the people most affected are not energized by these ideas, and if they don't have any kind of input. So what I'm saying is we have an opportunity to really address this situation by painting a picture of the future opportunities in our city, and how do we get people ready for that? Point blank. To do that, we have to engage people.
Let's talk about what is working. What does data tell you about school performance?
So the one thing that we do know is IPS has been on this innovation journey, right? We've seen IPS schools, some schools perform better. We've seen a lot of schools struggle. We've seen some innovation schools perform well. We've seen some charter schools struggle. So today, there's not one bullet, there's not a silver bullet to say, hey, look, we need to go this way, because we've seen both sides do well and struggle. But the other thing is we're not including private schools in the conversation. So if we're going to be about change, about innovation, we need to look at what are the private school options, what are the charter options, and what are the district options. How do we create the best environment for the customer, and the customer is the student?
Can you elaborate on that, some more common sense solutions to the issue?
So again, what works, right? And let's scale what works, right? So today, unfortunately, like I said, we have some really good charter schools, and we have some charter schools that are struggling. We have some district schools that are doing well, and we have some that are struggling. So when we see that, we can't just say we're going to eliminate this and just go all the way into this other side, because this other side is not working all the way well as well. So we need to step back and say, what is the best environment to prepare our young people to compete for the future opportunities that are being created in our city?
Our viewers might not know one of the more finer points of the bill. It would replace elected school boards with appointed ones. So how is that important toward maintaining community voice?
And that is a no-no, right? When you go to the suburbs of Indianapolis, central Indiana, over the last 4 years, we've seen the immense power of the communities and the community voice in schools. When certain communities don't want something, they speak up and say, we don't want this. And they vote people on the school board to make sure they listen to people in their communities. If we eliminate that, right, and we're talking about creating energy in these communities so they're energized around education and opportunity education. So if we eliminate their voice and we just put people in there to tell them what's going to happen, that's just not going to work. It is totally not American, right? It's not something we should be talking about now. We can have a hybrid situation where we put some experts on the board in combination with community voices, and let's work together, let's debate things, but let's put that together like a hybrid. But we can't just sell out and just say, you know what, no more elected officials, no more school board members from the community. That would lead to disaster.
Okay, we'll put a period on the conversation right there. Wish TV contributor Emil Ekiyor, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.